So welcome to the first episode of hopefully a series that we are currently doing called Boar On Tour. I'm Rob Burton, the owner of Full Boar Sports Nutrition, and this is Ryan Hall. Ryan runs a gym up in Bolton called Thrive, and that's where we are today. And he's going to be putting me through my paces with a bit of MMA, grappling, maybe a bit of pad work, something like that. So what I'm going to try and do is spend some time with all of our athletes. They have a number of different disciplines. It's predominantly bodybuilding, but Ryan's background was bodybuilding and he's transitioned into triathlons, Ironmans, fighting, etc. So we're going to talk to Ryan about his goals shortly as well, but I just wanted to give you a brief outline as to how Full Boar Sports was started. And I wanted to start the series with Ryan because Ryan's been here from the start supporting us, and it was back in 2019 when the idea came into my mind to start Full Boar, and the reason behind that was me and Ryan were on prep together. I was prepping for a bodybuilding show and Ryan was following a bodybuilding prep, but only to go on holiday. It was a little bit crazy doing that kind of thing. Most people would just get lean, but Ryan, no, he has to go that step further. So we went through this prep together, and as the business started to unfold and the ideas started to get better, we decided we'd work together and Ryan would represent our brand as an athlete. So that's 18 months, 2 years ago now. It'll be 2 years ago now. And about 12 months ago, we started doing this thing full time. So the idea behind the business was to be able to support athletes like myself and Ryan within their goals, so whether it be bodybuilding or whatever discipline they're working to, in the extreme environment, the business was there to support them from a health perspective, a nutrition perspective, and generally build a community and a team of support. So that's kind of an outline and a bit of an idea as to how we started the business, or how I started the business. And we have grown considerably. We now have, I think there's 11 athletes within the team. We have a number of affiliates also. But we are going from strength to strength, and hopefully this YouTube series will tell a bit of a story, about the business, and a bit of a story more so about our athletes, which is the important thing. They are the face of our brand. There is a reason why Ryan is still working with us 2 years on. So Ryan, thanks for taking the time out today. I know you're going to fuck me up later in the gym.
I'm not fuck you up.
I wanted to talk to you briefly. Just tell me a little bit about why you made the transition from bodybuilding, because we've known each other since, I don't know, probably 6 years ago in
It might even be longer than that, 6, 7, 8 years ago now.
Yeah. When I first moved to Manchester, I started training in Better Bodies. Anybody who knows Better Bodies, it was owned by Kerry Kays in Denton. And that's where I met Ryan. And Ryan was a big stiff div at that point.
Massive stiff div,
A massive stiff div. So, yeah, just going back to that, you were a hardcore bodybuilder. You lived the lifestyle. You were bodybuilding shape. You still have that shape to you now, but you've transitioned and come away from all of the enhancements that you've used as well. So, one, tell me what was the catalyst behind you changing from bodybuilding into what you do now?
Bodybuilding, so I was training, I was living like a bodybuilder, but to get on stage, it didn't interest me.
Yeah.
It just wasn't a goal for me.
Yeah.
So after the bodybuilding for a good 4 or 5 years, I just felt like I needed a new challenge. It wasn't exciting me anymore. I'd done the bulking, cutting, like I said, for holidays, which was my choice.
Yeah.
But do you know what I mean? And you know yourself, I don't handle cutting very well at all. These lot know.
3 a.m. phone calls, mate, Instagram voice notes, that was all going on.
You can handle it, I can't handle it. My life goes down.
I think you did all right, mate.
It's angry all the time.
You were
tired.
angry, mate.
Yeah.
You were angry.
So I needed a new challenge. And I was with my mate Paul, who that year, if you remember, that would have been 2019.
Yeah.
He went into bodybuilding, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
And he won every show he did.
He just cleaned up, didn't he?
And the overalls, yeah. So he wanted to come out of it anyway, because he's one of them, he'll get into something, do it, and then once he's done it, he'll change.
Change paths, yeah.
Similar to me. So we sat down, I decided, how can we challenge ourselves? Because I was speaking to him at the time, like saying, listen, I'm bored of this.
Yeah.
I want to do something new. Wasn't quite sure where to go with it. So it was the most extreme thing.
Yeah.
We both decided to do that.
Yeah.
Then we decided to try and set a world record for triathlons, which a couple of months ago has now been done by someone else and copied.
Right, okay.
So we've now changed it again to... so basically last year, my last prep was, I finished the 5th of August last year.
Yeah, I remember it.
So it's been just over a year now, so we give ourselves 2 years for this world record attempt, so it's next August.
Okay.
Because I was a lot bigger,
unfit
as fuck.
Yeah.
He was the same. So we give ourselves 2 years to complete this challenge. Someone's copied it since.
Yeah.
So now we've changed it to 10 Ironmans in 10 days.
10 Ironmans. So what consists of an Ironman? Tell me what the disciplines are and how long it usually takes.
So it's a swim, so you're looking at 2 to 2.5 hour swim.
Yep.
Roughly 5-6 hour bike ride.
Yep. Then
into a marathon.
Oh shit, so it's no games. That's 10 in 10 days.
10 consecutive days, yeah.
So
that challenge in itself, is ridiculous.
It's just mad. It's just mad. And how have you found the transition from coming out of an enhanced sport? Because, you know, let's not hide about it.
Yeah.
You know, bodybuilding is full of people using steroids. You know, I use them, you've used them. And a hot topic for me and a big thought process is how do you come away from using those androgens, and how did it affect you mentally? Have you found it easy?
No. So initially, obviously when you're in that bodybuilding mindset, I mean, we spoke about it the other day, didn't we? Everything's like, how do I look?
How do I look?
You'll have a crumb off a biscuit and you think you're fat.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And you're going to stepper for an hour because you've had a calorie. But you're in that mindset, constantly, how do I look, how do I look? Then something goes wrong, you think you're shit, you think you're fat, you think you're small.
Yeah.
So that was all going in my head. So obviously, as you know, when you're PCT,
Yeah.
It's not the most comfortable time.
No.
And then transitioning away from that. So the first couple of months were rough. Rough.
Really rough. Low testosterone, emotional. Just a complete change in
Felt
hormones.
like shit. Felt like I'd lost all my muscle.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was just getting into this triathlon training.
Yeah. So for you, knowing that although you were coming away from all the, you know, drug use and the steroid use, going then into having a goal of this new discipline, sport, whatever you want to call it, did that sort of help you through that?
Yeah, time? In a way. Obviously, so when I set myself a challenge, I'm stubborn. Like I don't care. I'm doing it.
I know this.
Whatever it is, I'm going to do it. So that helped. But at the same time, so bodybuilding for 4 or 5 years maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, I was always weight training before that.
Yeah.
But I was still doing bits of MMA before that. I'd come out of professional football before that.
Yeah.
I was very, very unfit and very unhealthy bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Extremely. At the time, you think, oh, I've done my spin bike on level 1 for an hour. I've got my morning cardio in. Yeah, I've got a level of fitness you've not.
No, there is none, is there?
There is none.
No.
So coming out of that, even though that time was rough, I started feeling better and better, fitter and fitter and fitter, and the feeling. So, for instance, when you're on tren, you're walking around like you're God, aren't you?
Yeah,
you feel like you're God.
absolutely.
Everything. I'm the man.
Yeah.
Whereas now, I am the man because I'm in my head, because I feel unbelievable. I'm
naturally
mega fit.
Yeah.
Fittest I've ever been in my life.
Yeah.
I'm still strong.
Yeah.
I'm faster.
And
I'm healthier.
To me, you've not lost any size. I look at you
I've definitely lost size, but I've kept my shape.
Yeah, you haven't lost any shape. You might have dropped a bit of size, but in general, you know.
Even though with all the cardio I do now, and the extreme cardio my performance nutrition's on point.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm in a deficit. Anything I burn, I eat back.
Refeed.
Otherwise, my performance in my training drops.
What about muscle tissue then? Do you think you've built enough tissue over the years for it not to now then deplete, even with the training that you're doing, or are you keeping a certain amount of strength training in and tissue building?
I do 2 strength sessions a week.
Yeah.
So in terms of building tissue, I'm not going to build any tissue like that.
No.
It's purely... And
you're not bothered about that either,
no, I'm not bothered.
Not
and the strength training I do is geared towards my goal, so it'll be exercises that help my swimming.
Yeah.
leg exercises that help my running or my cycling.
Right,
It's specific to what I'm doing.
Specific to the, yeah.
Excuse me. So I'm not going to build any tissue like that.
No.
But I have kept.
It's just
kept
all
a
about
good,
your performance now, isn't it?
I've kept a good level of strength. Everything's geared towards the goal.
Yeah, mega. So, I know we're going to do some bits today. I'm a little bit concerned because last time
Last time
I went.
Because the secret is I'm going to batter you.
Yeah. So I'm not daft. I know what this man's like. Last time we did something extreme, and just to touch on the extremeness, like that's what ultimately the business is about, and that's why we have Ryan represent our brand, because he does things to the extreme. And with the other athletes that are in our business also, they are at a very high level in what they do, and it is extreme at their end as well. So I know we've got some stuff planned today. I'm a little bit concerned because last time I went and did something extreme with Ryan, it was just it was supposed to be a nice little swim in a lake. We woke up and it was sort of like -3, -4.
Fucking hell, it's
something
freezing,
like that.
man.
It was fucking horrendous. But at the same time, I wanted it to
snowed,
be that.
It snowed overnight,
and
innit?
your car in the morning.
Yeah, full
it was
of
like
ice.
that thick, wasn't it, when you sent me that photo? So I was like, I wanted it to be extreme because I didn't want people to say, oh yeah, you've only been for a swim in a lake. But swimming's not my thing. We went into the lake and Ryan had a little bit of fun, and he had to bring me back in because I couldn't fucking breathe. As simple as that. So I'm expecting not to be able to breathe at some point again today because he's got history with that.
I don't think you're going to be able to breathe past the warm-up, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think you're right. I've done a little...
Hey, there's no aircon in over there either. You're
shit.
fucked.
So I've done a bit of... years ago, I've done a bit of... I'm not even going to bother fucking telling you what I've done because it's not even going to be worth it. I'd say probably for about 6 months, I did some conditioning work in an MMA environment, which is completely forgotten now. So, what we're going to do today, we're going to do.
Well, I will say, fighting fitness, in my opinion, any combat sports, it's the hardest training.
It's the hardest training I've ever done.
It's harder than my triathlon training.
Yeah,
definitely.
I mean, that level of fitness required whilst you're getting hit in the face, kicked in the stomach, smashed in the head. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Yeah. So we're going to do what we're going to start with.
What we'll do is we'll do a warm-up, which in itself is, you'll struggle in the warm-up.
Yeah, I'll struggle in the warm-up, yeah. I've done no cardio, by the way. I've done 20 minutes on the stairs probably 4 times in the last 3 weeks.
We'll do some pad work, we'll do a bit of grappling.
Yeah.
A little bit of light sparring.
Just light sparring.
Maybe some body conditioning.
Okay, we'll have a go at that then.
Yeah.
What that means in Ryan's language is he's going to knock the fuck out of me when he says sparring.
Yeah.
Right then, mate, let's get at it.
Sweet.
Sweet.
When I say go, one person will try to push the other person will try to defend it. Okay, so circle is like
Go bench press now, Bobby!
Yeah. Okay, so then the forward position, nice and forward, try not to cross your legs. When I do say go, you're going to push up that line. Okay, go! And time. Keep going in that position. Keep up, you're going to push this down and say go. Go! We'll have to keep going, keep that pulling position. Keep the ball.
Said he wouldn't hurt me. Said he wouldn't hurt me.
Bounce, 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 auto.
Fucked already. A lot worse than it was 10 years ago when I was doing it. But yeah, this is going to be interesting. This is Carver Max from Strong.
It's carbolin, which is an intra-workout carbohydrate, ultimately that doesn't crash. So it's not a sugar-based. Sorry, it's not a carb. It's a straightforward sugar. It's derived from potato, etc. So the idea is it lasts longer from an energy perspective and it doesn't crash off. So yeah, all our performance athletes use that, including our bodybuilders.
Don't make it to it. You can a lot too far away, don't you?
Yeah, you look mild.
You're not.
So I think we're about, what, are we halfway through or 3/4 of the way through? Or
About an eighth of the way through.
about an eighth of the way through. That's right. Just done, Ryan's done 3 rounds of sparring. I've done a couple. To be honest, I'm fuming. I'm fuming that I'm so unfit. My breathing is an absolute fucking joke. And it's a massive eye opener. That hack squat is like fucking being in bed and having a dream.
Tell Joe Cross.
Yeah. Yeah. The big stiff divs. So, is this something you just do anyway as a warm-up? Is this kind of a warm-up for you?
Warm up, yeah.
Yeah.
Plus more.
A bit more today. Yeah. Right, so what we're going to do now?
We'll do a bit of grappling, some submission grappling.
So, right, okay, yeah. Is this where you put people to sleep?
Baz is going to teach us a few moves.
Oh, mega. So we're going to go through a few moves now, grappling. Baz will teach me a few moves as well on the pads, so I'm hoping to get a few more bits from this one as well. I'm fucked.
This hand here, you're going to come across here, almost like a front stroke. Brush this around and over and trap it underneath. Hand comes back under, and then from here start to move over and start to squeeze in. Okay? You start to tap that and go in full mount here, and walk forward, or you can sit through on this side, pull up this way. Okay? Sweep it all the way around.
Yeah.
And this hand goes underneath his head now.
Yeah.
Just joins it. Get locked in there. Get locked into your own hand. See this here?
All right, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Then get your right leg over the top of Ryan. Push your weight down and just squeeze it all together. Yep. Stay there. Stay there. Go on.
Yeah.
Stay there. Get your grip again. Now with your left leg, see how you are there?
Yeah.
With this left leg, just come over to join your other leg.
Yeah.
And it sits through this way. That's it. And then push your leg right through. Yep. Bring this to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. Bit more, and then sit back and squeeze. Yeah.
Did that actually work?
Fucking yeah.
Did it? Did it?
Yeah.
I didn't think I'd locked in at all.
So the key to it is
You let it go.
cable grip.
Yeah.
You had it and you let it go.
Yeah. Yeah, because what I didn't do is pull my hands in together. I just went like that with my wrist like that, like a side chest. I'll run you through a mandatory.
Squeeze, just give him a tap if it's on. Yeah. Sit through, leg through to me, Ryan. Your left
Through
leg.
to you.
Yeah, so go on to your left hip. Yeah, so your other leg through. Yeah. Then you come on that side, right? So here, chest compression on the back of the head.
Yeah.
You're going to feed through this way like a seatbelt.
Yeah.
Yep. Once you get through the chest, you're going to find their tricep. Pull it across to you. If you come around this side,
Yeah.
so you can see that I've snatched that now, yeah? From there, and then tuck in and grab here, like this.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to roll to the side that my arm is on. So I'm going to roll this way, and I'm going to roll Ryan. There's a roll him over, and adjust this and squeeze, and then walk through. Right, okay? across here. Get that on. Yeah, grab that arm, which way you roll. Next one, roll this way now. Side control. Nice.
You. Fuck yeah.
Easy, Robbie.
Fucking hell! I was only bit that, he's like that with him. He's like, oh, I'm just tapping, fuck you. No, I got you. I've seen your Saturdays, don't forget. You fuckers lined up. I'm not stupid. Go on, you punch the fuck out of each other.
Fucking well more than 15 seconds.
Thank you, mate. Right, so that's a wrap for today with Ryan. We finished off with getting punched a little bit. They led me into a false sense of security. They said we were just going to do some body conditioning, but we got a few whacks. But that's it. So we're just going to do a little bit of a rundown on what Ryan uses for his training. There are always generic supplementation that people will use as an athlete for performance and convenience, and what we are at Full Bore is completely transparent with what our guys use. Sometimes people will use brands and products that we don't stock. Why? Because it's fucking reality, simple as that. But in terms of Ryan's usage, there is a lot of carbohydrates and a lot of performance related, energy related products, so I'm just going to let him run down what he uses, because I think this is pretty much it, isn't it, Ryan?
Apart from my sleeping age, yeah.
Yeah, so you use,
It's obviously at home in the cupboard.
Yeah, use the Neuro PM.
So obviously, my whey, self-explanatory, that's to get my protein in. Anything perform or strong.
Yeah.
You can't beat the flavours.
Yeah.
It mixes with anything. Perfect.
Digests well, doesn't it?
Digest well.
Quality's bang on.
Best quality protein I've ever had, really. Forgot here. Greens and reds, again, self-explanatory, because to be quite honest with you, I can't be arsed cooking veg.
Same.
You know what I mean? I can't.
Fucking bother.
It's a ball ache.
Don't eat
I'm
much.
too busy. So that's to get all my goods in. Carbo max, this is massive for me as an intro. A lot of my sessions are 1 to 4, 5, 6, sometimes 7 hours long. So keep on top of my my performance nutrition with this, especially if I'm on the bike.
Yeah, that's.
Or running, because you can have your gels.
Yeah, well
But it doesn't sit well, it doesn't digest very well.
and it sometimes gives people cramps, don't they, the gels?
And this is fit as fuck, this light
yeah,
flavour.
the taste and the digestibility of the Carbomax. Carbolene for me is the Gucci of carbs, and what it
Really
doesn't
is.
do is crash.
It really is. It's better than maltodextrin, it's better than any of that.
Yeah.
And cream of rice, loads of cream of rice, like fucking shit. Again, this is for my training. I need to carb up. When I have done my training, to keep my performance up, I need to refuel myself with a lot of carbs. Anything I've expanded needs to go back in. Otherwise I'll lose a lot of weight. And again, creatine, self-explanatory. This is for my strength training sessions. My strength training to complement my swimming, my running, my cycling, my fighting. Just keeping me topped up on my creatine levels.
Yeah.
Because that's about as close to gear that I get now.
There's no trend really. But yeah, you'll notice with Ryan, obviously having been a bodybuilder, transitioning over to endurance sports, Ryan still holds a lot of size, and he's done fantastically well not to lose a lot of muscle tissue based on his current disciplines. So, you know, one of the fortunate things that Ryan gets to do once he's burnt his fuel is replace it. And I'm pretty sure there's a number of different sources other than the clean shit that you see in front of you.
Especially if it's
like the Five Guys or the Pizza Huts and stuff. So, yeah, like I said, it was just to relay back and just be open and honest about what our guys use when they use it. There's nothing complicated with Ryan. He's not into the intricate details of lots of different multivitamins and everything else. This is him. But yeah, that's the wrap. Number 1, episode 1, YouTube series, Full Boar On Tour. Ryan Hall, Thrive Gym. If you haven't been to Thrive, come up to Thrive. It's a fantastic
You
facility.
will like it.
I love it.
You love it.
My man. Cheers, mate. Sorted. Buzzing. Yes.